ガオーガオー食べちゃおう! Hello everyone! Hello Star Scene and hello River! Looks like there are 2 rivers in the chat. Hello. Hello to both of you. Hello chat, how are you doing today? Today, as you can tell by my fancy horns, we are playing a little bit more of TOUCHSTARVED! So far I haven't noticed anything new in the demo, aside from the new backstory, but that hasn't really added too much to the demo yet, but we'll see. Gao Gao! What if Oshinoko but Oshiko? I have to tell you, I have never seen Oshinoko. I have not read it. All I know is it's about idols and canonical incest and something reincarnation question mark. And I know everybody was talking about the first episode, and I know like the opening is a bop. Everybody knows about the opening. I'm sure if you asked me what the title of it was, I wouldn't know, but I kind of know what it sounds like. But I've never seen nor read Oshinoko. But I do like that it has incest in it, and that's hot. It is warm today. It is another hot day, and I am half asleep because I took my medication in the middle of the day because I was in pain. I have a toothache. I went to the dentist, and they did some adjusting, and it is painful. That is why I took my medicine, and that is why I am half asleep. The first episode is infamous. Okay, without spoiling me, can you tell me why it is infamous? Is it like a Madoka thing? Is it like a Meguka thing? Is it really, if they aren't technically related? I don't know. I mean, aren't they? I honestly don't really know the plot. Something reincarnation. Something, I don't know, I'm still gonna call it incest. Why? Because incest is wincest. Even pseudo-incest with like step-siblings is still wincest. That would spoil the whole thing? Okay. So you can't tell me what happened in the first episode, okay. I'll have to figure out where to watch it. Maybe it's on H-Dive or something. I'll figure out where I can watch it in Japanese. Cannot even give a hint because it starts off the anime. Okay, well, from what I've gleaned and guessed from osmosis is that this idol gets murdered and reincarnates into 2 children, or no, she has 2 children from a fan, and they're siblings? Honestly, I don't know the plot. I probably got all of that wrong. But I'm assuming the fan sleeps with the idol and then she dies and then there are 2 children? I don't know. Reincarnation? I don't know. I may be off about every single detail, but that's just kind of what I've guessed. I've never sat down and watched it. I've never even read a plot synopsis. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll stop guessing then. I'll stop guessing then. Because I don't wanna spoil it. Even accidentally. But I imagine it's kind of like a Madoka situation where it's like, oh yeah, it's about these magical girls and they're frilly and cute and they have this cuddly little mascot named Cube. And then the 3rd episode happens and I figure that's how you would summarize Madoka. There's this girl named Meguka, and she's suffering for the sake of humanity. Something girlfriend named Homura. Yeah, how would you even summarize Madoka without spoiling the major twist? And again, Madoka's pretty old at this point. Didn't it come out in like 2010? And the new movie is coming out next year! I think it's coming out in February next year, in theaters in Japan. I am so excited! I went to go see Rebellion in theaters, and I was like one of the first people, so I got a poster. I have that poster framed on my wall. It is so beaten up and tattered because I was like, I didn't know how to take care of it properly, so it's got like holes from the push pin and stuff. So now I have it framed to stop it from getting any further damage. But if they ever bring Madoka to the United States, I mean, I live out in the middle of heckin' nowhere, but I would love to see it in theaters. I'd love to see Madoka in the theaters. I love Madoka, and I want you guys to know, anytime I type like laughing or LOL or in the chat or like on Discord or Twitter, anytime I write laughing, like at any point, I want you to think about the laughter from the abridged Madoka Walpurgis Night. I need you to think about Walpurgis Night's laughter in the Madoka abridged, because that is the kind of laughter I need you to envision. I don't have a sound clip, but it's really, really funny. It's so funny. So that, I need you to imagine that is what I sound like when I laugh. And also, chat, speaking of upcoming things, I just released not a new, it's an old commission that was commissioned last year. But is it the first time you are seeing it? The first time you are seeing it. So, I have a new voice drama that just dropped, like a couple hours ago. I recorded it last year. It was a commission that I got permission to make it, public. And then I also have two more voice commissions that I also was allowed to make public, and you can listen to them entirely for free. It is over on the playlist. Voice scenarios, I believe, is the playlist. You should check it out. 8日おはようございます。おはよう。今日は僕は悪魔だもん。今日は、海外の乙女芸タッチスターフ座ってほしい。やるよ、続くよ。みんなは悪魔と思うんだけどね。だから今日も僕は悪魔だよ。8日は元気かな？元気？ちょっと水飲むよ。だって暖かすぎ。It's a little warm, so I'm gonna get a drink of water real quick. You know my laugh, yes. I don't want you to think about my laugh. I need you to think about the ugly Madoka laugh, because that is what I mean. It is really funny. Do not throw soul gems. Madoka is suffering good. Hamaru. Reibu! It's so stupid, but I love it. I love the stupid, incredibly stupid Madoka bridge. It's so dumb. But anyway, what was I talking about? So we're playing a little bit of TOUCHSTARVED. I'm gonna skip forward in the common route. I'm gonna see, I think all of the changes most likely are going to be in the character routes as opposed to the common route. And I think I want to go for Leander. I want to go for Leander this time because rumor has it that he is Yandere. But I didn't really get that vibe in the first demo. So for the second demo, this one, they apparently made it much more obvious that he is Yandere. So that'll be fun. But yeah, Madoka. I'm so excited for Madoka. I'm so excited. I love Madoka. I have like all the Blu-rays, all of them, except for like one of the movies on Blu-ray, I think I don't have Rebellion, but the rest of them I have. I don't have the manga though. I don't have the Madoka manga, but I really, really like Madoka. Favorite character is Madoka, hands down. Second favorite character is like Sayaka. Third favorite character is Homura, and Kyoko and Mami are tied for oh, Charlotte! I forgot! Not Charlotte, what's her name? Bebe! Okay, new ranking, Madoka, Bebe, Sayaka, and then Mami and Kyoko can duke it out, but like, I love Bebe. What's her real name? Nagisa? She's so cute. I love it how they paired Mami with Nagisa, if that is her name. Hello, Memento. Hi. How you doing? Why am I not surprised? I mean, Madoka's like number one. Madoka, and then Nagisa, and then Sayaka, and then Homura, and then Mami and Kyoko at the bottom. I love Sayaka. She is like so underrated for me. She is like the tragic heroine. And she wants to be the knight! She wants to be the brave knight, and instead, she throws away her chance at happiness on head slap on this stupid boy! Surely she needs to find her true love in Madoka. I'm a big Sayaka Madoka shipper. Like, Sayaka Kyoko is fine, but like, Sayaka Madoka is like where it's at. But also, obviously, Homura Madoka. Homura Madoka number one, and then Sayaka Madoka, and then Nagisa and Mami is good too. I like that. You have the Onechan with the big tracts of land, and then you got Nagisa, the loli. I appreciate them putting them together. But Homura Madoka is like my number one ship because like it's so yandere. I love it. Like they're not even subtle about it. Homura is like full on obsessed, in love, will die for her, will kill for her. With Madoka, it's great. I'm so excited for the new movie! I love Madoka! What is with the goat? I don't understand the goat. Oh! Wait, because it's like game of... Wait, what does GOAT stand for? Game of all time? But in this case, it's anime. Anime of all time! Is that what the goat's supposed to be? I don't know. I am so excited for the Madoka anime though. The new one. And I know there's Magia Record, which I saw the first season. I did not see the second season, but I really like it. I really like Magia Record. Magia Recordo. I think it's really, really neat, especially because it was based off of a gacha game, right? It was based off of the mobile game, and I thought, for being an original anime that is not based off of like the original script of the anime, instead it's based off of this mobile game. I thought the first season of Magia Record, what I saw, was very, very true to the first anime's spirit and writing and characterization. I thought it was very true to it. And I'm sad that Magia Record shut down. That made me sad. You can no longer play the game. All your money spent into precious JPEGs. Gone! That sucks. That's my problem with gacha games and mobile games, is that if the service goes offline, you can't play it! You're screwed! How do you play it? After the service goes offline, how do you keep playing it? I don't think there's a way you can keep playing it. It's okay, Starzine. You came and that's what matters. Not that deep your heart. Oh, yeah. I'm a goat today. Nah! 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 まあ、ヤギじゃないよ。僕はヤギじゃないよ。ヤギじゃないよ。悪魔だもん。I'm not a goat. I'm a demon. I'm a demon for today. Because we're playing TOUCHSTARVED and I'm a demon. But I think these horns are cool. I think they're cool. They move. Live 2D, I think it is. I think these are live 2D accessories. Well, thank you, Starzine. Thank you so much for coming, even if it was just a short time. Be sure to catch the VOD It'll be up immediately after. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. You. Good luck with whatever you're doing. Have fun. I'll catch you later. I'm doing a stream on Saturday. It'll be a hand cam stream. Assuming everything works, like my equipment all works properly. We're gonna be doing a hand cam stream. I think it should all work. My only concern is figuring out how to move my keyboard because it is a wired keyboard. So there's not too much room on my desk. But anyway, we're gonna play a little bit more of TOUCHSTARVED and see what's different, what's new. Hopefully we'll get some Yandere moments. I hear that you can die. You can like die in some of the bad ends. I don't know. I haven't uncovered any of them, but we'll see. Maybe if I reach the ending really quickly, then we might do a couple of them. Alright, let's go into gaming. But before we do, speaking of gaming, I want to let you know that we are so close to finishing. You guys, we are so close to finishing my game. We just need we're like 1.5 months away from finishing all the assets. Oh my god, assuming everything is on course, we are so close, guys. We are so close, I can taste it. I can taste it. We are so close. I can taste it. We are so close. We just have a couple little assets left, and then it's time for testing. We're so close. Ah, Fumi-san! 来てくれてありがとう。Fumi-さんは元気？今日は海外の乙女芸、触ってほしい。タイトルは TOUCHSTARVED。英語の意味は触ってほしいって。今はまだ普通ルートなんだけど、リアンダーのルート入りたいよ。フミさんは元気かな？今、日本はすごく暑いと思うんだけど、本当かな？本当？そんなに暑くてなら、どうか、気をつけてね。水を飲んで、涼しいアイスを食べて、そういうのことをしている方がいいと思うんだけどね。Alright, now let's go to gaming. はーい、続くよー。ちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃちゃ。I'm too much in the corner. Let me make it a little like this. That's good. Okay. Let's start. TOUCHSTARVED. No, that's not it. Why does it do that? 元気だよ。よかった。わあ、かっこいい。ちょっと待って。Doesn't want to cooperate. Hold on. Why does it give me so much trouble? Hold on. Stop fighting me. Okay. So here we are, TOUCHSTARVED. Oh, that was cool. We're gonna continue where we last were. So we got dragged out of the bar to talk to Leander. Oh. Seeing them side by side, the resemblance between Leander and his printed likeness is impressive if abstract. Did I give him a voice? I don't remember, but anyway. Kudas didn't send you here for a personal escort to the Cenobium, did he? From his tone, he already knows the answer. No, he suggested that I reconsider. Yet here you are, asking about a guide anyway. Oh, I love the eye bags. He looks at me expectantly. I don't want to tell him about my curse. The less people know about my monstrous capabilities, the better. Thankfully, Leander takes my reluctant silence as an answer.
Are you aware of Aditya's particular currency? Information's worth its weight in gold here. I don't much care for outdated traditions, so I'll be completely honest. The Cenobium won't help you. They're more likely to torture you than lend you a hand.
But the Cenobium's supposed to be a place of learning, a sanctuary. The Cenobium has always been heralded as the last bastion of human knowledge, a shining beacon of hope in a fading world. If any place held answers, it would be the Cenobium. That's why I came here. Leander nods patiently.
You're not the first person to fall for their propaganda. I grew up idolizing the Cenobium. I wanted nothing more than to join their ranks, to learn magic from the best, to make a real difference. I was young and blinded by the legends and the legacy. I was so damn naive.
He shakes his head.
All it took was one trip here to Lowtown to show me the truth. Unless you've got a heavy purse or highborn blood, the Cenobium doesn't give a damn. They'll never open their gates for the ones who need help the most.
Then it's all a lie?
Things that seem too good to be true are often just that.
Such a simple statement, and yet it leaves me reeling. Leander watches me as though weighing something in his mind.
But that doesn't mean you're hopeless, far from it. I founded the Adderstone.
This bothers me. Is it Adderstone or Adderstones? Because it was bloodhounds, and now this is singular as opposed to plural. I don't know.
Anyway, I founded the Adderstone to help people like you. We settle disputes, slay feral soulless. Hell, we've even been known to patch a leaky roof or two. Whatever troubles you, we can help, free of charge.
I'm shaking my head before he's even finished his speech. My patience is wearing dangerously thin. I appreciate the offer, but my problem can't be solved by a group of good Samaritans. To my chagrin, Leander doesn't look remotely surprised.
Then you're looking for help with something serious, something not even Kudos could crack. Must be truly a remarkable problem if you came all the way to Aditya searching for help. Tell me, how can I help you?
Whoa! Leander may not work for the Cenobium, but he is a mage, a powerful one, if his demonstration earlier is any indication. Indecision gnaws at me. I don't know if I can trust him, but it's not like I have any alternatives. I hate to admit it, but this might be my only path forward. My confession comes out in a strained whisper. I'm cursed. He looks me up and down, taking in my face, my eyes, and finally my hands.
Is that why you bandage your hands?
Oh, he looks so good. My touch is dangerous. It changes people, hurts them. Before he even finished, Leander pulls his left glove off. He flexes his fingers and grins.
All right, let's see it.
As he offers me his hand, a prismatic flash of magic ripples across his palm. I'm already shrinking backwards. I can't. I don't care how confident Leander is. I won't allow myself to hurt him, to see his kind face unrecognizably warped. I don't want to hurt you. I like the little blinking.
I'll be fine, trust me. I've seen enough curses and hexes to last me 2 lifetimes, but I'm still standing. Do you really think Kudos would send you here if I couldn't handle it?
How should I know? I only met him today.
I'm twice as good as any Cenobian mage. If anyone can help you, it's me.
You don't know what you're asking me.
I'm asking you to trust me.
I look from Leander's outstretched hand to his confident smile. Then I begin unwinding the bandages from my hand. If you lose control, don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, edgy!
You can tie me up first if it makes you feel better.
Ah! Wah, wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. His attempt at levity does little to comfort me. With each With each joint exposed, I grow increasingly certain that this is a terrible idea. But if he's bothered by how my hand looks, he doesn't show it.
Alright, deep breath, on my count.
My fingers hover shakily over Leander's palm.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah! I tap his palm once, as quickly as possible. It's barely more than a brush, but that's all it ever takes. Whoa! His sprite came closer. Heart racing, my eyes dart to his face, but Leander only smiles gently. Gonna save here.
See?
It can't be. When I reach for his palm again, Leander catches my wrist before I can pull back.
I told you there's really nothing to worry about.
He trails off and my thumb grazes the soft skin of his inner wrist. I search Leander's face for traces of madness, but his eyes remain a clear, soft green. Maybe he's already insane, but he's just good at hiding it. Huh? Neither of us speak as I trace the contours of his palm, lost in an awareness I wasn't anticipating. Not as though I'd never been touched before. My curse only extends to my hands, and desperation spurs creativity. Anyway, but all that pales in comparison to this. I've never experienced such intimacy. Wait a second, why is it just the hands? My fingers, long deprived by years of bandaging, pick up every single detail. The grooves along his palm, the smooth shells of his nails, the bones in his wrist. For as long as I've lived, I've never been able to hold someone's hand without dire consequences. I never realized what I was missing. While Leander's pulse is steady, mine hammers as fear gives way to excitement. We're gonna keep going. My hand glides over Leander's wrist and up his arm where smooth skin abruptly gives way to a raised scar. It matches the one that runs from his collar to cheekbone. But that's a sexy scar. Could it be the same wound? Uh-oh. When I glance at Leander's face, his lips part as he considers his words. I'm gonna get a drink of water.
Am I the first person you've been able to touch like this?
My hand goes still on his arm. So far.
Then is it everything you wanted?
When I nod, Leander turns my hand in his to inspect the gleaming fissures crisscrossing my knuckles. There's no revulsion in his face, no fear. He looks up at me and grins. I think he's already insane. And that's why he hasn't, gone outwardly insane.
It's not every day I meet someone as enticing as gold. Flirt.
Flirt? He winks and lets me go. I draw my hand back and take a steadying breath. My head feels like it's stuffed with cotton. Habit alone guides me through the motions of rewrapping my hand, although my fingers tremble too much for the bandages to lie flat. I can't believe that worked.
I've really forgotten my manners. May I ask your name?
I'm Kumakko.
Kumakko. This curse of yours is unlike anything I've ever seen before. I can tell you're careful, but it's best you kept this between us. Are you staying in Lowtown?
I pause. Room and board was something I'd yet to consider. I don't know.
Let's get you properly settled then.
The wake is noticeably quieter. Without their leader, most of Leander's followers have dispersed, or in a few cases, fallen asleep beside their drinks.
Got any rooms left, or did my lot grab them all to sleep it off?
The bartender, who I now realize doubles as an innkeeper, slides the key over the counter. The usual room? Leander's laugh sounds slightly strained. Oh! Ah! Who are you seeing? Huh? Who? I need to know. Who are you seeing that you require a bedroom?
No, not today. This is just for my friend, Kumakko.
Right. Stay as long as you like. You two have fun. Have fun? Leander clears his throat and then holds the key out to me. I hesitate. My coin purse barely holds enough for a day's worth of meals, let alone a room. How much do I owe you?
Nothing. My treat since you shared your secret. Food, drink, a warm bed, anything you need.
Carefully, I take the key from him. It's small but heavy in my palm. I never expected to have a warm bed in Iridia, let alone free meals. Thank you.
Iridia is twice as dangerous as it is wondrous. Be careful out there. And if you need a reprieve from what haunts you, come find me.
Ooh! Alright. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. So this is our room. I don't think we saw this last time. I like it. This is one of the better backgrounds. I can't remember the last time I slept in a bed, and I never imagined I'd sleep in one tonight. When I collapse onto the bed, the springs let out shrill squeaks. Finally, I can allow myself to rest. My eyes fall shut before long. Okay, so that was new. That scene was new. And now it's morning. So in the original demo, this all took place in like one day, essentially. Oh yeah, this guy, I want to flirt with him. Let me save. Who said that's my key? Whoa! Alright. So, all of this is what was in the original demo. Nope, go away. Welp, we're following her all the way to here. Trying to wait until we have something new. Okay, this may be new. I don't know if this part is new. I don't think this part is new. Okay, I should save here. What? Whoa! Hold on. So we do have a death scene. The Solus's talent opened my arm from shoulder to wrist. Yep. For a moment, I don't feel anything. The pain explodes up my arm and through my body, and I reflexively flinch back. Yeah, that wasn't smart. I don't get far. The Solus's tail whips out, catching me at the ankles and sending me sprawling to the ground. Desperately, I raise my good hand in an attempt to defend myself, but its foot comes down hard on my shoulder. The tendons give way, the joint dislocating with a sickening pop. With both arms useless, I can only watch, numb as it descends on me. I wish I could say it was quick and painless, that someone came to help. But in the end, my only escape is death. Oh, okay, so that's a bad ending we hit. I didn't know that would do that. And it just takes us right back here. Let's see. Alright, so this we've also seen before. Hello, Ijitsu! We are exploring the demo, the updated demo to TOUCHSTARVED. How are you doing today? So everybody's chatting. We saw this in the original. Alright, so let me save here. And let's stay with Eisenveer. eyes, again, this really bothers me. But anyway, eyes as mine meet mine in a flash of red. He gives a smile that's too wide to be reassuring.
Let's see. Don't worry, Leander's more likely to slip poison into my drink than yours.
Excuse me? I'm amazed how they all get along. He considers his cup a tumbler of amber-colored whiskey.
Leander's tried to kill me a dozen times by now. It's always a gamble.
So I think these two were a couple? Maybe? Question mark. But if this guy's a demon and this guy's a demon, how are they allowed to live in the town? Beer looks my way with the half-lit gaze softened by his third glass of champagne.
If I were you, I wouldn't let Leander put anything in my mouth.
Ah! He grins, revealing the sharp white tips of his fangs.
The Wet Wick is one of Iridia's finest drinking establishments. Allow us to treat you to the best the city has to offer. May I interest you in the signature watered-down drink, or perhaps some stale nut leather? He gestures at a chipped ceramic bowl filled with spindly, speckled jerky that I can only assume is nut leather. What is with the food in this city? If this place is as foul as you say, how come it's completely packed? Not all bad, depending on the day. The food's edible. Ice takes a measured sip of his drinks. Gotta stick around for the real attractions, though. So this is everybody you can date. You got Catboy, you got Demon Guy, you got Leander, the sorcerer, you got the doctor, and then you got Min, who's like the tsundere. So these two are definitely dating before the story. But then who is the top and who is the bottom? This guy is definitely the top. This guy I think would be more of a switch. Okay. Switch, top, bottom. Yeah. I sniffed the drink. Oh, is that Leon? Is that Leon from Resident Evil? No, it's not. This is Leander, not Leon. I sniffed the drink. To my relief, all I smelled was the sweet scent of pomegranate with an undercurrent of fermented fruit. Relax. It's just a local specialty, pomegranate wine. Although if you're feeling more adventurous. You're just calling him Leon now? No, it goes switch, like I said, switch, top, bottom. That is how it works. I shake my head. Leander raps his knuckles against the bar until the group falls silent. All right, everyone, let's toast. May Kumakko stay in Iridia be full of bright adventures and discoveries. Cheers! Leander, Ice, and Veer raise their glasses in unison. Min only crosses their arms, and Kudos watches with polite indifference. I tip my drink back. The wine is eye-wateringly strong. Despite a sharp, bitter edge, it goes down smoothly. One sip softens the edge of my vision. The next fades the din of the crowded bar into a low, persistent murmur. I find myself unwinding for what feels like the first time in years. Aren't you the popular one, Kumakko? You must have met Kudos first. It would be more accurate to say that I found her.
You saved my life.
I merely performed my duty as a doctor.
Although, I'll admit I was confused when I woke up naked. Leander makes a choked noise. Somewhere behind him, Min sighs. Yeah, you can get this off Steam. It is free. The demo is free, as it should be. Here, let me pull up the site. So, here are 2 links. There's no help option, but there you go. That's 1. And let me pull up the Steam link. And here's 2. And just get rid of the spaces. Let me pull it back up. It's not what you think! Uh-huh. Oh wait. Hold on a sec.
Kumakko was in grave condition. I could hardly treat such injuries through tattered clothes.
The silence that follows stretches uncomfortably long. I look away, unable to face Kudas's disappointment, and catch Veer snickering behind his hand. That's my cue to change the topic. Kudas isn't the only one who saved me today.
Don't you listen? I didn't save you. You were simply there.
Tsundere! Tsundere! That's Min for ya. Leander reaches for Min, but they duck under his arm in practice. I kinda ship them.
As reliable as they are moody. You're one to talk, considering you neglected to warn her to stay off the streets at night.
What?
Of course I warned her, I think.
Min's only response is a short breath. At any rate, I never got a chance to thank you, Min.
Don't. The less soulless alive, the better.
Min's eyes flick towards Ice, and their lips twist. Ice is too busy nodding along to Veer's enthusiastic pantomime of stabbing to notice.
I've had enough of this hellhole, let's go.
Min and Kudas share a brief look, and then the doctor speaks up. The tsundere with the neck brace? I guess. It's more like a collar, if you ask me.
Very well, but there's something I must discuss with Leander. If you'll excuse us, Kumakko.
Bye.
Lost you, tour guide.
So this part is new. Before you could only choose which one to go with, but I think this conversation is new. I turned to find 2 pairs of slit eyes trained on me. It's not lost on me that Eyes and Veer chose to pounce the instant the others left. Of course, I'd be stuck with the 2 most irritating people I've met all day. Monsters or not, there's no telling what I'll do if either of them push me again.
Don't tell me that Leander already snuck out to get his nubs slapped.
Oh my gosh, he's got business with Kudas and Min.
2-on-1 business, huh? Lucky.
No, not that kind. I can't tell if it's the champagne or the company, but Veer has grown noticeably more relaxed. He sits with his chin propped up on the back of his hand. His tail sways lazily.
Aw, why are you so far away? Come join us.
He pats the empty bar stool beside Ice, but I hesitate. Can I move this? No, I can't move it. Alright. The smile Veer wears is sweet and distinctly shy, and when drinks in the mix, I dread how he and Eyes will mess with me next.
We don't bite.
I don't know. I'm not so sure about that. He already tried to rob me, and you threatened me.
Me? Steal? You must be mistaken. Are you sure it was me?
Yes, it was you! And then you had the gall to kick me out so you could go drinking. Eyes gives another one of his shrugs.
Had to give you a reason to come looking. Miss me already?
I stare at him flatly, unimpressed by his deflection. Veer suddenly leans forward towards me, gossamer sleeves pulling where he rests his elbows on his knees. Ice sets his hand on Veer's waist, narrowly preventing him from tipping off the counter.
I'm afraid we got off on the wrong foot. How about we start fresh and begin with proper introductions and whatnot? I'll start. The name's Veer. I'm a soulless hunter of no small renown.
Veer's hand flutters to his chest and he bows his head, flinching when hair falls over his eyes. Ice doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn now. It's Kumakko. Veer considers me for a long moment, his tail idly swaying behind him. Then he knocks back the rest of the champagne.
It's a pleasure to formally meet you, Kumakko.
Wah! He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. A tingle jumps down my spine. I quickly turn my gaze away. Ice smirks at my reaction. Something funny? I open my mouth and close it just as quickly. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this tension is fun. It must be the wine. A flash of white over Isa's shoulder catches my eye. Across the bar, Kudos heads for the door. I don't see Leander or Min, but it feels wrong to let the doctor leave without saying goodbye. I'll be back. Veer grins and waves at me as I leave. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anyone, but just as I'm nearing Kudos, gah! I stagger, shoulder checked by a man with a neck twice as wide as his head. He stares down at me, nostrils flaring. Oh my gosh. My words spill out on their own. Watch it! I regret them as soon as they leave my mouth. That wine! The lowlife wheels around, shoving an adder out of the way so he can close in on me. What did you say? Oh! He shoves me backwards, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. Fight, 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 fight. I'm fine, but my heart leaps into my throat when I see him bearing down on me. Oh, you trying to start something here? The lowlife freezes, his fist cocked back. A group of adders circle him, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizingly long time, the lowlife looks from me to the adders. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me. Ew. The wad narrowly misses my cheek. Screw it, too many freaks in this circus tonight. He turns his back on me and comes face to face with Ice. He gives the lowlife a dangerous smile. You'll do. What happens next is a blur. Whoa! Fight, 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 fight. Ice's fist crashes into the man's jaw, causing a frenzy of gasps, shouts, and even cheers. I scramble to my feet as the frantic crowd swarms around me. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting. Take it outside, Ice. Everyone drinks around me. With that, the wick erupts in hoots and cheers. The ring around me disperses as adders and onlookers rush towards the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch glimpses of familiar faces. Ice vanishes out the back, dragging the lowlight behind him. I mean, good for him. Not to fight. Kudos lingers near the door, searching, I suspect, for any wounded before he departs. Min draws their hood up tight as they duck out of a side door, while Veer leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar. And Leander, seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologetically at the bartender. In a heartbeat, I realize that there's no telling when or if I'll see any of them ever again. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak to tonight. I follow. Alright. Let's do Leander, and then we'll go back for Veer. Yet again, I find myself squeezing through a crowd to reach Leander. As the bartender leaves, Leander's expression falls with a spent sigh. He reaches over the counter to grab a bottle of black rum and skillfully pops it open for a swig. When he spots me, worry overtakes him. Aww. Kumakko, are you hurt? Leander's in front of me in a flash, eyes searching for injuries. I can't help but let out a small laugh. Don't worry, I've dealt with worse. That's a relief to hear. Sort of. You know what they say, it's not a party without mayhem and violence. Is that what they say? He offers me the rum and I politely decline. I'd rather not get into more trouble if I can help it. Instead, I plop down on a bar stool, doing my best to ignore its stickiness from who knows what. He sits beside me, resting his arm on the counter's edge behind us. With how close our stools are, I feel encircled by his body. 2 days and you've already met everyone worth knowing. How are you finding Eredia so far? I don't mind it. I'm still alive. Eredia is not the safest place, but I'm starting to think that nowhere is safe. I wouldn't know. I was born and raised here, and I haven't felt the need to venture elsewhere. To me, this is home. That sounds like a fantasy. I had a home once, or at least I thought it was a home. Yet after knowing the truth, I can't stop missing it, whatever that temple was. Regardless, a A pang of envy strikes my heart. Maybe once I'm free from my curse, I'll be able to try again.
Iridia has its quirks, but you'll get used to it. Or it'll eat you alive like a wild soulless. Truth be told, I wouldn't have it any other way.
Leander sips his rum and watches the crowd. Everyone seems invigorated by the free drinks on his tab.
Have you at least gotten to try some Indian cuisine?
I had these fried dough sticks from a vendor near Kudas's clinic. As soon as I begin describing my meal, Leander nods with recognition.
The long lads from Wens, you have to try them with the porridge. There's another stall a few blocks that away that specializes in rosewater rice pudding. I can take you there sometime.
Ooh, it's a date! That sounds delicious and expensive. Although I know Leander would insist on paying, I despise the thought of relying on handouts. Or I can take you there once I earn some money. I still owe you for the inn room.
You don't owe me anything, Kumakko. Giving you a place to sleep isn't generosity, it's human decency. If there's anything I can do to help keep you safe, I'll do it in a heartbeat.
Ooh! Everything he says feels alien to me. The concept of human decency has long felt obsolete in this world, let alone someone actually caring for my safety. I stare at him, inspecting those clear emerald eyes for any hint of deception.
There's something on my face.
I sigh and lean back. If only.
Oh, what were you looking for?
Honesty. Whatever that looks like.
You don't believe me?
It's just that you're saying all the right things. I don't know. Maybe I'm just skeptical that someone like you could even exist. Leander considers this for a moment, swirling the rum around in its bottle. He sets the rum back on the counter with a clink. The next thing I know, Leander carefully takes one of my hands in his. Leather is rough, but his warmth seeps through.
I can't change whatever happened in your past. Believe me, I would try if I could. But you're here now, and I'll do my best to help you. I'm grateful you're even giving me a chance at all.
My gaze drops to my hand wrapped up in his larger one. I remember how he felt yesterday. His smooth skin was electric to the touch. If you've seen what I've done, you might feel differently. Oh! He lifts my chin with the crook of his finger, forcing our eyes to lock once more. Whoa!
You're not dangerous, Kumakko. Trust me on that.
Oh, I feel like he's strongly Yandere. My heart skips. I feel trapped in the softness of his expression and the lightness of his touch. His eyes are captivating, like cut jewels peeking through long lashes. I don't get to admire them for long. Leander notices some adders watching us. He loudly clears his throat and pulls away.
Well, maybe a little dangerous considering I forget my manners when I'm with you. You sure have a way of capturing my attention.
My face flushes. I also clear my throat and rack my brain for a response. Likewise, I feel the same way. It's why I wanted to talk to you again. Leander's face softens.
I wanted to talk to you too.
I've been wondering, is it okay that you're spending time with me? Do you have work to do with the Adderston or anything? I don't know how his group functions, but he sure likes to spend time at the Wet Wick.
Don't worry, there's plenty of work to do, but not tonight. Some days are slower than others. You came at the right time.
I smile, comforted by the idea of having good luck for once in my life. Sorry I crashed into your little party. I had no idea you all knew each other.
I had no idea you knew all of them. How did you manage to meet everyone so quickly?
I honestly don't know. It's been a whirlwind.
I'm a little jealous. Part of me wants to keep you
all to myself! Yandere!
For your own safety, of course. Everyone might seem nice, but half of them are monsters and the other half have their own faults.
You sound like you know them really well.
I do, probably more than some of them realize. Are you curious about anyone? I'm happy to tell you what I know.
Ooh! Tell us about Ice. So you're friends with Ice? You could say that. We've known each other for a long time. That's the cat boy, right? Define long time.
6 years, give or take.
He tells me I'm the first decent human he met after coming from the Shroud. Could be just flattery, though. Flattery from Ice? I feel like we're talking about different people. Really? What did you think of him? I need to look up the name and make sure I'm talking about the same guy. Nope, that's the wrong one! That's the wrong one. Whoops. That was the wrong person. Can I reload? Let's do Veer. What do you know about Veer? Leander shakes his head slowly, his expression grave.
He's a living example of the Cenobium's cruelty.
Aha! Okay, so Veer is the cat boy. Okay.
Most days they keep him on a short leash. I'm surprised you met him.
He must have deserved it! Oh my god. He must have deserved it! No, I feel bad for him. I didn't even know the Cenobium had prisoners. I feel bad for him.
The Cenobium is an ode to false heroism and unethical practices, but Veer is by no means a model citizen.
Jealous? Jealous?
He's on that leash for the good of the people. You don't want to know the rumors I've heard. Apparently, he's done some reprehensible things.
But if you hate the Cenobium, do you actually believe that? To love or hate the Cenobium?
Oh. To love or hate the Cenobium is one thing, but one look at Veer in combat and you'll know he's better off in a cage.
Okay. Let's do one more. He was a jerk. Noah. He wiggles his fingers at me. Oh, he means my curse. No one knows except you. Leander beams, his bright eyes crinkling at the corners. My heart flutters.
I'm relieved to hear that. Let me know if you have some time to talk privately.
Ooh!
I've already gathered some relevant information you might be interested in.
Really? That was fast.
I live to serve.
It's barely been a full day. I don't doubt that Leander is flooded with connections, but I wonder what he's been able to dig up so soon. Thank you.
We could talk about what I found first, then you can decide how to thank me. Or I can decide for you.
Ooh! Go upstairs, go upstairs, go upstairs, go upstairs. So this is all new, Only after we enter my inn room do I start to overthink the situation. The room is little more than a dark box with a bed in the middle, which I forgot to make. Well, I didn't forget. I just never expected to have guests. Yet here I am, next to Leander, alone. Leander locks the door!
Peace and quiet.
Except for the ongoing buzz of the bar right beneath us and suspicious thuds from nearby rooms. Oh, goodness. Leander moves with familiarity through the... Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you, thank you. We're getting to something spicy. Sadly, there are no age scenes in this game, so you can get your hopes... You can let your hopes down. But the flick of his fingers, sconces light up on the wall. He makes spellwork look so effortless. Dim amber light washes over us. He plops onto the edge of this disheveled, squeaky bed. I shift awkwardly. The chair looks far too rickety, so my only option would be to sit behind him, beside him. My heart hitches at the thought.
Something wrong?
I shake my head, quickly waving my hands back and forth. No, nothing's wrong. Leander squints his eyes at me.
You seem uncomfortable.
A long silence later, he clicks his tongue.
I am so inconsiderate. This is your private space now, isn't it? Shouldn't be barging in here like this.
No, that's not...
I'm sorry, Kumakko. You've been through so much in the past couple days. We could talk about this tomorrow. You should rest.
No! Panic wells up in my chest. After everything he's done for me, I can't shut him out. What if there is no tomorrow? Oh, when he moves to stand, I rush forward without thinking. I plant my hands firmly on his shoulders and reseat him on the bed. Wah! I'm above him now, staring down into his between us. I didn't think this far ahead. I didn't think at all. Instead, I forced out the only words on my mind. Don't leave. Please.
Kumakko, you're afraid.
My fingers tremble. I'm about to pull away when Leander catches both my wrists in his hands. Whoa! He guides my hands back to his broad shoulders, my palms resting firmly against him. I am so disappointed there are no age saves.
I won't leave you, Kumakko.
Tears sting at the backs of my eyes. I want so badly to believe those words. I try to muster as much strength as possible so my voice isn't a croak. Do you promise?
I promise.
What if I'm paranoid about you being nice to me?
Then I'll keep being nice to you until you get used to it. I won't leave you, and you won't leave me.
Whoa, Yandere! His thumbs draw circles on the inside of my wrists, grounding me.
You have something I've never seen before. Your curse is strong, and yet you're stronger. The way you're able to contain it. It's fascinating and, well, it's a little embarrassing.
His voice lowers to a whisper.
Oh, but I haven't been able to stop thinking about you.
Ah! I stare at him blankly, my brain refusing to process his words. I want to know what the protagonist looks like. It really bugs me we can't see what they look like. What did you say?
What? Who said that? Nothing. I mean, no one. I just forget I said anything. I mean, I didn't say anything.
Am I dreaming? This feels like a dream. The air is dizzyingly hot. I'm trying to keep up with what's happening, but Leander continues anyway.
I may be getting carried away with this. It's not every day I find something that truly challenges me. But I'll do everything on your own terms, at your own pace. Anything you want, Kumakko.
This seems too good to be true. I'm a little suspicious. My chest feels like it's about to burst. This man is going to be the death of me.
Touch his face!
I can't deny what I want, and it must be obvious to Leander too. But instead of having a modicum of restraint, I blurted out. I want to touch your face!
Oh, you're more for it than I thought.
It's just the face. Is that okay? He slides his hand from my wrist to my palms and gently brings them down between us.
It's better than okay.
My lips quirk into a relieved smile. Hurry up then.
Your wish is my command.
I feel like there's definitely Yandere hints, but I haven't seen like full-blown Yandere, you know? He begins unwinding the bandages, stopping occasionally to glance at me. I don't take my eyes off of him. When my hands are free, I start small, carefully grazing the edge of his jaw with the pads of my fingers. I feel it clench beneath my touch, as if Leander is trying his best to hold still. Emboldened, I cup his cheeks, letting the warmth spread beneath my fingertips.
Well, are you enjoying yourself?
My thumb moves over the ridge of the scar on his cheek, and he shudders, his earring jingling against my knuckles.
That tickles.
Yes, I'm enjoying myself. Maybe too much. It's like my body moves on its own, spurred by desire, and nothing else. I swipe my thumb down, brushing lightly over Leander's lower lip. Are they gonna kiss or what? Come on! Something flashes in his eyes, something scaldingly hot. He lowers his voice to a husky whisper. Woo! Oh!
What else do you want?
Why is he even asking? He knows the answer. Oh my goodness. I've never touched someone like this before, and even though it makes my head spin, it's not enough. I want to know, how is the protagonist not a virgin? I need to know. I want more. I want more too. Ooh! Oh! We're already here, alone in this dark room on the edge of the bed. I could easily push him down on the sheets and get on top of him and... A sharp gasp escapes me and I quickly pull away. I can't let this get out of hand.
Are you alright?
I can barely hear him over my thundering heartbeat. I nod, clumsily wrapping. Come on, you coward! You coward! You coward! I'm just getting a little overwhelmed. He gives me a faint smile.
That's cute. Luckily, we're already in your room. I get out of here and let you get some rest.
I let out a breathless laugh at that. Leander rises and tucks his gloves back on. Thanks, Leander, for everything. He gives me one last sweet smile, accompanied by a wink.
Good night, Kumakko.
Night! Ooh. Long after he departs, I still feel the warmth of his skin on mine, burning through the bandages. I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping tonight. A feeling nags at the back of my drowsy mind. I'm forgetting something really important. Wait, didn't Leander say he had some information for me? You totally forgot! Choose your fate. Leander offers you something that should be impossible, a taste of normalcy free of your curse. And the first person to withstand your touch, he could change your life. But some things are simply too good to be true. Leander promises to help unravel your curse, but at what cost? Veer serves as a warning of the dangers posed by the Cenobio. As cunning as he is curious, Veer finds you fascinating and insists that he can help. But trusting him means entrusting your life to a collared beast with a lethal reputation. Can Veer protect you, or are his honeyed words a trap waiting to snap shut? And then that's the end! That's the end! Let's see. I want to fast forward a bit, so let's try Veer. Of all the people I've met, only one left me with more questions than answers. Veer knows more than he's letting on, I'm certain of it. Still, lingering doubt looms heavy over my decision. Can I really trust someone who lies so readily? Returning to the bar is slow work with the heavy crowd vying for drinks. When I find Veer, he's leaning against the counter, and elbows propped up on the edge, and a wine glass raised to his lips. I catch myself staring, and judging by the looks I see thrown his way, I'm not the only one. You like the horns? Thank you, Ajitsu. I am a demon today, in the spirit of the game. Oh, we got a bug! We found a bug! We found a bug. Somehow we found a bug. That was not on purpose. We found a bug. Okay, now it seems to be working properly. I don't know what was with that bug. That was odd. Thank you for the heart. Thank you. No trust. Yeah, he doesn't trust us. I catch myself staring, and judging by the looks I see thrown his way, I'm not the only one. There's a clear ring around Veer. No one else seems bold enough to cross. I don't think I'm supposed to be finding the bugs. I don't think I'm supposed to. I didn't think you planned on sticking around. Well, one ear perks up at the sound of my approach. A free drink's a free drink, even if it tastes like stale rat piss. Didn't you say you wouldn't be caught dead slumming it in the shithole? Veer takes a delicate sip from his glass, but his tail thrashes below the bar. He's annoyed. Kitty Cat is annoyed. You've caught me red-handed. He peers at me over the rim of his glass. In the low light, his eyes glitter jewel-bright with amusement. However will you punish me? Ooh. I figured my company's punishment enough for you. Veer's lips twitch, and he smiles despite himself. I saw your little run-in with that gibbering imbecile. Quite the show. A muscle in my jaw flexes. Did you enjoy watching? I much prefer to be an active participant, but eyes intervened before I could. I can't tell if he's disappointed because he didn't get to save me, or simply because he missed out on a fight. Next time I get jumped, I'll be sure it happens near you. Veer laughs softly under his breath. He rests his glass on the counter with a sharp clink. I did warn you, didn't I? He moves closer and I tense, my heart leaping in anticipation. But he only runs his hand up my arm to dust off debris, no doubt picked up off the floor, with a far gentler touch than I expected. About finding trouble. He murmurs under his breath while his fingers rub small circles into my shoulder. I whisper for fear of what my voice might do if I speak up. I can take care of myself. It comes out sharper than I intended. Veer lets me go with a sigh. So, did you come here for praise or will a head pat suffice? I want praise, but also head pat. What about real explanations instead of vague rambling about moths and fire? Veer scoffs. You could buy me a drink before insulting me. After the way you pounce on me, if anyone's owed a drink, it's me. Veer falls so uncharacteristically quiet that for a moment I fear I've actually crossed a line. Then he props his chin on his wrist. I don't think you understand how things work around here. Information is a luxury, one that you flung carelessly aside. If you valued my words, you'd have taken me seriously. Valued? I barely understood what you meant. I gave you free advice, warned you of the danger you were in, and still you went prancing off to the sea spring. Small wonder the solace didn't tear you to ribbons. My first impulse is to argue, but what he said doesn't sit well with me. How does he know what happened to me? How did you know where I went? How did you know I left Edidia? I have a very sensitive nose, remember? Right, how could I forget? Do you normally greet people by shoving your nose into their laps like an overeager dog? Oh, he's mad. We crossed a line. For a heartbeat, Veer's eyes grow wide and flat. And then he laughs under his breath. Only the ones I like. Veer trades his empty wine glass for the long-abandoned tumbler sweating on the counter beside him. Soft lumps of ice bob in the watery dregs of whiskey.
The truth is I despise... Oh, well, now I'm doing a voice. Fine. The truth is I despise most people.
His eyes flicker over my shoulder and thin when Leander's boisterous laughter erupts on the other side of the bar. What about me? He looks me over with an agonizingly slow gaze. Finally, his lips quirk.
You've piqued my curiosity.
It's a start, or so I think, until his eyes slide away and he turns back towards the bar. I've got no idea how I'm supposed to hold a conversation, much less get answers. I knew Veer wouldn't make this easy for me, not when he clearly enjoys playing games. Are you going to tell me anything, or are you having too much fun? He lets out a short breath.
This isn't a game to me.
A lie? I'm close enough to catch the subtle bristling of his tail.
If anyone's fooling around, it's you. People like us can't help but attract danger, yet you seek it out, and for what? Cheap thrills?
I wasn't trying to get eaten by soulless. There's something I'm looking for.
And you think men can help you, Leander? Are you really willing to risk your life with those idiots?
What life? You've got no idea what I've gone through, or... Oh. Forget it. I start to rise, but something flicks against my ankle. Veer's tail. It's little more than a brush, but enough to give me pause. His eyes softer than before search mine.
They couldn't even begin to understand you, but I could.
How do I know that I can trust you?
You don't, but I'm slightly less inclined to waste your time with empty flattery or insults than those two. Is what you desire really worth risking your life for?
If you knew what kind of life I've lived, you wouldn't be asking. Veer considered the condensation on his glass for a long time before speaking again.
Will you trust me?
Yeah. I nod, and he rewards me with a small smile.
Good.
Veer raises the tumbler to me and then knocks the dregs back. Once finished, he wipes his mouth on the back of his hand.
Let's talk outside. We could both use the fresh air.
His eyeshadow, he's so pretty. He lopes purposefully down the street into an alley. This is far from the Wick. The bar's racket is little more than an indistinct hum. The street is silent in the dead of night. A vague sense of unease falls over me.
You had questions? Ask.
Veer's breath mists. In the cold moonlight, his shadow stretches unnaturally long over the cobble street.
quickly, I got a show to attend. Heavenly Ludist, as I'm sure I've mentioned.
He looks down his nose at me, effortlessly imperious. For a heartbeat, I'm reminded of the stark want that gleamed in his eyes when he touched me. If he weren't so pretty, I'd walk away. But I need answers, and I can't think of a better way than starting with the people I met earlier. If Veer doesn't prove trustworthy, maybe one of them will. First, I ask about... Leander. What do you think about Leander?
I don't.
An unusually curt answer for Veer. I don't buy it. So you're not very fond of him?
I would spit on Leander if he were on fire.
Whoa! Veer shudders. Oh no.
Oh no, he'd enjoy that far too much. To call Leander trash would be an insult to manure. He's a pathetic, slimy little man-child in big, shiny shoes. I've seen mutts running in gutters with more dignity.
Whoa, I don't even know how to respond to that. Oh my gosh. No one else. He keeps casting furtive glances down the street, his ears flickering at distant sounds, and what I can only interpret to be growing impatience. Am I boring you?
Partly. I was hoping we might discuss someone more interesting.
You want to talk about yourself?
No, I'm more interested in learning about you.
That catches me off guard. What about me?
Nothing worth having comes easy or cheap in this world. You're clearly set on this thing you've spoken of, your very reason for being. Yet, have you considered what might happen should your struggles prove futile? Of what you desire, if what you desire is beyond your grasp?
I'll never stop looking. I'll find what I'm looking for no matter what it takes. I won't give up. I can't.
Even if you lose everything?
Haven't you noticed I really haven't gotten much left to lose?
To cling so tenaciously to a slim hope, how fascinating. Now, where were we? Oh yes, you had 2 questions left.
2? But you haven't explained anything.
Then I suggest you make your last questions count.
So much for being helpful, but I suppose that just how information works in this exhausting city. Leander told... Oh, he's so mad. Leander told me that the Cenobium imprisons people. Did he mean you? Leander's
a moaning fool with a throbbing victim complex. He loves to see himself as a savior, but the only difference between his cronies and the Cenobium stooges are the uniforms.
I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what surprises me more, the bluntness with which he speaks, or the venom lacing his ordinarily silken voice.
You're asking who, when you should be asking why. Says the asshole.
Says the asshole counting my questions? The look he throws me is infuriatingly self-satisfied. Fine, why were you imprisoned?
For the same reason the Cenobium would snatch you away. I'm something special.
Veer bows his head, gathering his hair in his hand and lifting it from his shoulders to bare his neck to me.
See this collar?
He cranes his neck, inviting me to lean closer.
It looks unremarkable, doesn't it?
I assumed that Veer's collar was a personal touch. On a closer glance, the thick, supple leather is molded to fit his neck snugly. But the large silver buckle seems easy enough to pry open. I reach forward to touch the buckle. Veer's hand lashes out. Long, slender fingers wrap around my wrists and flex, exerting just enough pressure to hint at how easily he could snap my bones.
Don't you know better than to touch without asking?
Can I please? Our eyes meet, his thin with amusement.
No, you may look, but don't touch.
What happens? What happens? He lets go of my arm. I smooth down my bandages. I can't lose my composure again. By now, I fully expected Veer to walk away, but the fact that he's still here suggests he either forgot about his warning, or he was never counting my questions to begin with. Are you saying that's what'll happen if the Cenobium finds out I'm different? That I'll be collared? Win-win, man! I'm not seeing any downside here.
Doubtful. They keep me around because I'm best at what I do.
Hello, Swantanimo! Yes! Today I am Demon. How are you doing? Let me get a quick sip of water. exactly are you best at?
Killing.
He says it carelessly, without hesitation. As long as I wear this collar, I'm made to hunt the cenobium. Oh, this is his line.
As long as I wear this collar, I'm made to hunt the cenobium's dizzying array of enemies. Monsters, soulless, noisy dissidents who grow overbold. I'm bound by their will until the day I die.
That's awful. Veer murmurs in agreement.
It is, isn't it? And that's all I have time for. I really must leave now. I'll be late.
That's it? But why'd you bring me here if you weren't going to explain anything? He has the nerve to laugh.
Isn't that obvious? I wanted to lure you out here alone
So I could eat you! You're lying again.
And you're asking far too many questions for someone with so much to hide.
Ooh. He glances pointedly at my hands, and I shove them deep into my cloak. What makes you think I'm hiding anything?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's the tough act or the way you tense up at the slightest provocation. More likely it's the bandages, not exactly subtle. I'll be going unless you're willing to share morsels with me.
Ooh! I can't tell you anything.
Wrong, you can start with what you are.
I take a step backward, but my back hits the wall as Veer follows me in lockstep. Ooh, Kabedan! He rests his left hand on the wall beside my head, caging me in. Veer reaches for me. His fingers curl under my chin and lift, forcing me to meet his lidded gaze. Ooh.
Would you believe me if I said that the eyes are the windows to the soul?
My eyelids twitch.
Cliché, I know, but let me tell you a little secret.
Veer leans in until his lashes tickle my cheek, and the warm, faintly spiced scent of his hair drowns out the stench of greasy cooking fires and chimney smoke. His eyes pin me down.
There's nothing you can hide from me.
Ooh! His voice is so low, so supple I could slip into it.
You poor thing, led astray by those you trusted most. You caused so much suffering unknowingly. I know that pain. I can help you forget it all.
Ooh! My heart hammers. My lungs burn as though each breath is being stolen away. How could he possibly know? This must be some kind of trick. But for once, Veer isn't smiling.
All that suffering has made your soul so irresistible.
The look on his face makes my blood run cold. I've seen it before. Traveling through the waste, lanterns would occasionally reveal carcasses picked clean by starving scavengers whose eyes shone in the dark with that same ravenous hunger. Veer takes a shuddering breath.
You're trembling. What if you and I went somewhere quieter, alone?
Yeah, no! No! No, this is not, no! Hold on. Hold on, hold on. I need to redo some. I need to redo some stuff. No! Hold on. There's a way you can unlock. Here we go. Resist him or reach out. We're gonna reach out to him. Darkness slaps at the edges of my vision, drowning all my pain and fear and leaving me adrift. A single thought claws free. I can't give up. As Veer bends over me, my hand seems to move on its own, weakly crawling up his chest.
It will all be over soon. Even through the
gauze, his skin feels white hot, an anchor from my rapidly dissolving mind. My fingers close around the chain dangling from his collar and I yank. Little more than a gentle tug, but Veer's breath hitches. Whoa! I twist my hand, pulling the chain tighter and tighter, until the collar dimples his throat and his eyes darken with the big sir hunger. This is just making him horny. Let me go! Veer's mouth snaps shut with a sharp click of teeth. The masochist? He shakes his head as though to compose himself, and then gently loosens the knot of my fingers from his chain. When he finally speaks, his voice is soft and breathy.
Shame.
Easy voice is back, and for what feels like the first time since it cornered me, I can breathe. But my relief is short-lived. Nimble fingers trail down my jaw before tilting my chin up. His touch is feather-light and teasing, but my pulse still jumps. Veer's lips twitch into a smile, his white-ringed pupils thinning with amusement.
You're fun, Kumakko, even if you frequently forget your place. But if you ever call me a dog again, I'll break you, understood?
When I narrow my eyes at him, he laughs under his breath. As soon as Veer releases me, I sink against the alley wall to catch my breath. Cowboys are dangerous, yes.
Let's get one thing straight. I ate a monster 3 times your size for breakfast. 2, actually. The first tasted dreadful, like a fisherman's antique ashtray, but that's beside the point. You and I may be alike, but don't ever forget what I am or what I do best.
He smiled wide enough to flash his sharp white fangs, as much a warning as a smirk. The crash of shattering glass cuts through the air. I whip around to see a drunk stumble past the alley, leaving a trail of beer and broken glass in his wake. I glance back at Veer. He's gone! But he's gone, vanished into the dark. I'm left in the deserted alley, trembling with a delirious mixture of exhaustion and excitement. Oh boy. So that's it. Can Veer protect you, or is Honey's words a trap waiting to snap you? And that's it. So we found one bug, which is very odd. Found one bug, it was strange. Alright. Alright, chat. I hope you had fun today. We finished off the new demo. There was some new stuff that I saw. I'm sure there's even more new stuff. But I mostly wanted to play this time for Veer and Leander, because last time, my first go around, I played it for Min, so this time we explored Leander and Veer. Veer is quickly becoming my favorite character. I love a cat boy, but I also like a Yandere. Maybe they all have like a little bit of touch of Yandere. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. I have a stream on Saturday. We're going to be doing a hand cam stream, provided everything cooperates, and that'll be fun. Yeah. So, that's it for today. Thank you so much for coming, everybody. I really appreciate you all spending your time with me. And we got to see 2 endings plus the bad ending. They're all a bit spicy. Yeah, they are a little bit spicy. Just a little bit. Alright, everybody. I will see you hopefully on Saturday. And have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye!